All right, here we go. All right, you ready?
One time they love, one time they patience, one time, oh, dear, into my eye, God, into my eye. Thank you. And then, oh God, and there goes my Peter, and there goes my
Peter.
lover. So, yeah, God, thank you. Next, oh, thank you. Next, thank you. And next, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Next, thank you. Next, oh, thank you.
Oh, jeez.
I can't see. I got juice in my eye. She threw this the one I smashed. She threw it right in my eye. I gotta go wash it out.
Oh, man.
Kevin, Virginia, and Jason are live on 97.9 WRMF and the KVJ Show app.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
What's happening? Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday in the KVJ Show.
Hump day.
Hello.
That's right. How y'all doing?
Humping all day.
You have? Okay. Got an early jump on it, huh? That's good to hear. Well, here we are, ready to do it. Broadcasting right now on 97.9 WRMF and also on YouTube on KVJ TV, brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. So a couple ways to check us out here today. So jump on that. I got to tell you, man, I love Game of Thrones, but it's probably going to be better for my life when it's over because
You're in it.
I'm in it. I'm really enjoying it. It's a great show. It's like with anything. There's kind of a blessing and a curse with these things because I do love a lot of these things. I mean, if not, I wouldn't be watching them. But you sometimes like going, man, I'm probably spending more time than I realistically should involved in this whole thing. I'm reading blogs. I sat and watched a 30-minute YouTube video last night showing little things that you might have missed and like, ooh, wow, I kind of did not catch that.
You've kind of annoyed some people with your commentary on the second episode. I got another comment going, who does Kevin think he is? Some kind of an aficionado on Game of Thrones? No. I love that second episode. Tell him to shut up.
Yeah, all I really said about it, people really annoyed. I said there really wasn't any action.
I guess some people thought it was a really good episode. They said,
yeah, it was like I said, it was character developing, and it was probably good and necessary. But I'm sitting there going, okay, let's do the math. We're 2 in. We really don't have any action yet going on this show. But apparently, I'm going to be appeased with the third episode.
okay.
So there you go. So everybody who's all upset, that I'm not upset. I just said there wasn't any action. That's all I said.
You know how it goes. As soon as you give an opinion on something,
But that's true. People would admit there wasn't a lot of action in the second episode. So there's a lot of acting and a lot of character development. It's all good. It's a good storyline. Just nobody lost the head yet. So, but it could be coming. But yeah, I'm spending way too much time on this, Virginia. Thank God it's a shorter season.
Well, you were listening to something yesterday in here after the show.
I went home and watched that. That's what it was. Yeah.
And Jay Bird was like, wait a minute. Is that a spoiler alert?
Well, I had the volume super low.
Yeah, it was a spoiler alert, and he heard it.
It wasn't that low.
Yeah.
It wasn't that low volume.
Look, we don't need this to cause a rift between your friendship.
I know. Well, I keep telling him, I'm like, this is, the circle of things and what's going on. There's a lot because Jay Bird is like, he's not watching it.
He's waiting for them to pile up.
Yeah.
So he can binge them, which some people like to do.
And I decided to watch it because, just doing prep for this show, there's too much information is going on, and I kind of like being in the circle of when you find people that are watching it, you can then have that conversation. I ran into a couple people over the weekend. It was fun to have that conversation about what they thought about what was going on.
You like being in the know, Kev.
I do. Yeah.
I completely get it, and I am not trying to start a Thrones war here, and I'm not trying to start a fight. But even just in the last 2 minutes, you kind of gave a light spoiler in a sense, and I don't think you realize you gave the spoiler.
I don't care. Yeah, I might have. I'm going to try not to give you major spoilers, but I might give you tones, yes. I'm sorry. That's just the way it's going. Honestly, I think a lot of the games I don't know many people that are like, I'm going to wait on it. If you're like a passionate games fan, then I think everybody's kind of watching it and getting into it and part of that clique. So I will do my best to not spoil it, but I'm excited, baby. That's just kind of the way the world goes. So I'm trying to be considerate, but I might blow a few things. That's kind of like somebody just texted me and said, yeah, Avengers Endgame tomorrow, baby. And the critics' reviews were out on it last night. I was reading some of them, but they're writing them, so they're trying to write in just how was it, like tone and things like that. So people are trying to now figure out ways to be able to review something like I am with Game of Thrones without giving away big plot type things. But even in tones, you're like, okay, kind of get it. Like, you know.
Well, from your tone, I now know the first couple episodes, no one's getting their head taken off. And I kind of know that now. But when you're the first two, I'm like, all right.
Yeah. So they're light spoilers, but as people
Nobody's getting their head taken off except Kevin for his light spoilers.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's the only head that's rolling is mine.
Remember we talked about yesterday, people that complain about other members of the show, they're complaining to me about Kevin about Thrones.
Good. Because they're not complaining to me. If that's what occupies Jaybird's time, have at it. Every time you see Jaybird complain about how I'm talking about Game of Thrones. Yes.
He loves it.
Inundate him. Run him down in the mall. Be, hey, I got to talk to you about Kevin's spoilers.
They will, actually.
Good.
Run him down in the frozen pizza aisle at Publix. That's where he always is.
Right there. A lot of you have his address. Go to his place. Tell him about it. Let him know.
Knock on his door.
I'm so tired of Kevin and his Game of Thrones spoilers.
Kevin ruined those.
Yeah. Please tell him. Let him know. So yeah, Avengers Endgame is this weekend, and I'm trying. I'm going to see if I can, try to massage it into the schedule. We got a busy weekend, a lot of things going on. I got an appearance Friday. We got the Kids World on Sunday, but I got a baseball game on Saturday with Cannon. But I'm going to see if somehow I can convince the Queen to let me go see it because. Again, I don't want to, kind of miss out. As I was reading the stuff last night, kind of the reviews of it, they were talking about somebody was getting it 5 stars. People were liking it, this and that. But it sounds like, because Jason and I were talking about this yesterday, about sometimes the fight scenes are almost like too long where you're just like, it's almost like you can't take it anymore. They did that in the last Bad Boys movie when they did that whole thing that was on the causeway with the car chase, and it was like
too much.
It was like thrilling, but I'm still thrilled. I need to come down.
Just edit it down about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You're right. There are some fight scenes that go on really long, and I know a lot of people love those.
They do.
I think we're in the rarity on
Maybe
that.
we are. I can't take that much excitement.
And in real life, if you've ever been in a fight,
yes.
People can't fight that long because you really do get tired. If you're a regular person, fighting for like a minute is going to take you out.
They are superheroes, but
For some reason, they are running the heck out of Roadhouse on HBO right now. HBO or Showtime.
Really?
And it's been on repeat and repeat. And there's this scene where Patrick Swayze's fighting this guy for 10 minutes, and you're right. He would have been clinically dead after the first 10 seconds. Fights don't go that way.
No.
In real life, you get hit in the head, you go down.
Yeah.
Trust him, he knows.
Yes, I've gone down. I've been hit.
There's just so much good stuff to watch anymore. It's like one thing after another. And today, Jaybird, you might be interested. The new season of Cobra Kai
I know.
is out. I saw the preview. Like, it looks good.
I know, Kevin.
It looks really good.
I believe it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Gosh, so
last
loved
year.
it.
It was so good. It had. It could have been corny, and it wasn't. It was dark.
Yeah.
It was really good, man.
Yeah, it looked, the new season looked good. I'm like, gosh, so I'm, I got to get to that. I'm like, I don't have time for this job anymore. So I'm gonna have to walk away, I think, at some point, so I can watch more TV.
The good thing about the Cobra Kai, it's only 30 minutes, 28 minutes, so it's quick each episode.
Okay, all right.
How many episodes?
Last season was 10. I'm not sure what this season is.
Dang. Okay. All right. Well, you got some good stuff to check out. We'll get to all that stuff coming up here today, and to let you know too, something to get you out of the house if you're watching as much TV as I am. Thank God there's Sunfest, because I have not seen the sun in many days.
You just holed up in your house.
I'm just holed up in my house watching TV. I'm not getting vitamin D. Like, I'm just wasting away. So I need Sunfest, and luckily that is right around the corner. And we've got some tickets for people who follow us on Instagram. We're going to pull up a few Insta winners here this week to give you tickets to Sunfest. If you're not following us yet, just go on to Instagram and find KVJ Show. Follow along. We'll DM you when you win.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind today, Jay Bird?
I know it's early, but let's do a little role playing right now.
Oh, okay. Let's get sexy.
I am the boss. You guys are trying to get a job with my company. I'm going to ask you a question. Whoever gives me the most creative, the best answer, that's who gets the job.
Are you like Leo or are you like Elizabeth?
I am like Google. So you are trying to think outside the box. I'm thinking for a clever answer here.
It's a well-paying job. Good benefits.
Big Bennies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 401.
Prestigious.
All of the perks, Kev.
And you're the guy doing the interview?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you were being sold as a pet to a member of an alien species, what quirks of yours would they have to be warned about? Let's go with Vicious V first, seeing she's laughing like a hyena.
Well, yes, I do have a very hyena laugh. It's
So-
very high-pitched and
Sell yourself.
annoying. They should definitely watch out for my bite.
Okay.
I do bite a lot. But I like to be rubbed on the belly. I'm very loyal. I could be their companion.
Oh, I don't know, man. Rubbing you on the belly. You like your belly rubbed?
I do.
Okay, I didn't know that about you. I am interested about the belly rubbing, but your answer wasn't great. Kevin, your turn.
Well, I would have to have everything in alignment. I'd have to have my food bowl, my bed. Everything would have to make sequential ordered sense.
He's an OCD pet.
He's
Yes.
an OCD pet.
I'd be the neatest, craziest, weirdest kind of dog you did. I'd probably go to the bathroom the exact same time every single day.
But he might go on the toilet.
So you would know I could possibly be trained to go on the toilet. Just depends upon how high tech your toilet is.
Okay, all right. Do you have anything to add on, Virginia?
No, I think you should hire
I'm
Kevin.
hiring Kevin.
All right, yeah.
I'm going to bite you and annoy you with my laugh. You don't want me.
That's not a core. You don't bite people. Have you ever bit somebody?
Yes.
Yes.
Such a different level
Today.
of insanity.
That's it.
Yeah, Kevin got
the job.
Kevin got the
Okay,
job.
All right, game's over.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you for playing my game. I had fun. I don't think the audience did, but I did.
Virginia, what do you got on your mind?
So I want to warn the girls of Facebook about this little scam I found out about yesterday.
Okay.
So we did Fork and Cork a couple of weeks ago
Yeah.
at Legacy Place. Beautiful event, wonderful. Raised a lot of money. Over
Good.
$11,000 we raised in one night for Little Smiles, and so much beauty came out of it. But there's a little scam that I found out that a local dude is running. So
Uh-oh.
he's a local guy who calls himself a food blogger, but yet I went onto his food blog and he only has 400 people following him.
Write down his name. I want to see what this guy's got.
Well, what is
That's his name.
what's respectable?
Not 400 people. I mean, I don't know. I look at the food blogs, the Flavor Palm Beach, the Eat Palm Beach. Those guys have 22,000 people
Really?
following
Oh,
them.
okay.
So, I mean, if you got
Okay.
400 people following you, first
That
of all,
ain't nothing.
you're not legit.
Is
Okay.
it possible he's just getting started in the game?
Absolutely. But someone who is just getting started in the game should not be given the credentials this guy was given. So this food blogger guy reached out to the PR company that's handling Fork and Cork and said, "Hey, I'm a food blogger. I want to come to your event and cover it."
Yeah.
Nobody vetted him. Nobody looked and saw that he had only 400 people. And they gave him tickets. And then he asked for tickets to give away on Facebook to some of his followers. And so the PR company shouldn't have, but gave him tickets to give out on Facebook.
Okay.
So he did. And he gave them to a super hot, young, very attractive girl.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
so far, it sounds like he's playing the game right. I'm waiting for error here.
Why are you hating on the game, dog?
Well, now
I mean, I just wrote down Kevin become a food blogger.
Are you mad that you guys got duped? Because
now this pervert has been leaving her all kinds of message and sexually harassing her in her direct messaging on her Facebook and being relentless about it to the point where she had to call us and say, "Who is this guy?" And then we had to do the research to figure out who he is.
does he have like a he's got his own media thing going on?
I don't know what he's got going on other than all he's got is 400 people looking at his food blog.
Can he even cook?
No, he's not a chef. He goes out and eats food and writes about it.
Anybody
It's
can
just
do
all-
that.
Anybody can do that. I
Anybody
eat.
can do that. But here's
Is
what's
there
going
anyone
on.
in this building that doesn't eat? Okay, we all have the potential, like this guy, to be a food blogger.
You could be
then.
a food blogger.
Okay, I thought you had to cook or something, like know something about food to be able to be a food blogger.
I do a food blog. I don't know. All I know about is the taste that I like. I'm not an expert at anything. You're right. These people who say they're a food expert in blogs.
I always assumed like they would be good in the kitchen. They would know things about this, like okay, like he left the heat on too long.
You don't have to be any of that.
You
All
just
you
have
have
to
to
eat?
do is have
That's the biggest scam ever.
Have a bunch of followers and eat.
And imagine if you're a person that likes to complain, that likes power, that likes to go into places and destroy them. I can see how this can be a problem. If any old Tim, Dick, or Harry, is that how it goes? Tom, Dick, or Harry. Has a blog.
Or Tim, Dick, or Harry.
Yeah, look at the movie Ratatouille. The whole thing, like the food critic there was bringing down restaurants. And could that guy actually cook himself? To me, I don't know. To me, you should be able to be like, look, I know cooking because I can cook.
Right.
If you can't cook, then I don't think you should be able to judge it.
And I
You're
think
right.
that if a person only has 400 followers, we should be very careful about taking that person's opinion on anything.
Yeah, I think with anything, you should have to be able to have credential to be able to judge it. Like, it would be insane for me to be one of the judges at the slam dunk contest. I can't even touch the net. So for me to be able to tell you that was a good dunk or a bad dunk, I shouldn't be able to do that.
I agree.
That's why people get annoyed with sports reporters and sports people that have never played a sport.
Should be that same way with food bloggers.
And all they do is talk about other people who know how to play sports, how they can't play sports. It's really annoying.
Wait a minute, you can't make a bowl of cereal? Why are you a food blogger?
There's a difference between, I think, blogging about your experience and then cutting someone down to size. See what I'm saying?
Sure.
Well,
absolutely.
to critique. I mean, to me, to critique, you'd have to do. Otherwise, what's your critique based in? You don't even know the process of putting this together.
Well, I mean, that's what people come after me about the pizza blog. Like, you don't make pizza, you don't know pizza. How can you? I've had people email me this that had the restaurant. What gives you the right to say you know about pizza? And my response is always, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't make it, I eat it.
I don't make it. I'll eat it. I'm just telling you what I thought of the taste. That's it. I'm not an expert, but I think you got to be clear about that.
Yeah, I'm noticing I think that's the one thing that the internet and social media has done is we've given a lot of relevancy to people's opinions who don't matter.
Thank you. That is what my point exactly.
Yeah.
Just because you have a food blog and you call yourself a food blogger, it doesn't mean that you should have influence or power to be giving out tickets. And girls, you just got to be careful because guys like this are out there trying to use this food blog to pick up chicks and be nasty in their direct messages
Scams. There's
on
a lot
Facebook.
of scams going on.
Yes.
Well, I'm even noticing in major news articles, they were going back and they're taking people from Twitter, and this is what she said from Twitter, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, who is this person? Clearly they've got some clout, and you click on there, they have 2 followers. They're just taking people and putting
Just any kind of comment that fits into their narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has to be something we're vetting people because just because you have a website or you have a Twitter blog does not mean you're a credible person that should be given any access. I just want us all to look and vet things.
Yeah, I don't know why the internet and social media, for some reason, credentials all of a sudden didn't matter.
Right.
Because anybody
can get them now.
Right, and you have somebody like you have a social media post and somebody's criticizing you and critiquing you on your life, and meanwhile you look at them and their life's a complete disaster. And
Exactly.
It's like going, how do you have any if you were somebody who really had it together, you know, like for me, if there was just somebody that was out there that I really admired and respected and they left a comment on me, I'd be like, ooh, okay, wow, that cuts. The other ones who are like, I don't know who you are and your life's probably a wreck.
Exactly.
Yeah, who are you?
Just because you can write stuff on the internet doesn't mean it's real.
That sums it all up.
I think what happens is everyone's got the potential of going viral, and now if you go viral, good or bad or for whatever reason, that gives you credentials. Now you got credibility because people are watching you, but some of these people don't even go viral.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I gotta stop giving them so much power. It's partially our fault.
It is our fault because we're not vetting these people.
Okay.
Good topic. I like it.
Thank you.
My topic here today, again, day 2, Korean boy bands.
You're still on K-pop?
I am on K-pop.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, yesterday what it was we brought in the #1 song in China is about noodles. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But we, had mentioned and referenced that, it's K-pop, Korean pop is big. BTS is one of these bands that has broken through, and it's huge in the U.S. And, as they come from Korea, a lot of them don't really know English. In the band BTS, there's apparently one guy who, oddly enough, has the initials RM. So he's BTS. He's RM in BTS.
They all have weird names in BTS.
So they all have to have initials because they know Americans can't say any of their names. So that's what it is. RM in BTS is pretty much the only guy in the band that can speak a little bit of English.
There's a couple. I've heard them in an interview.
They're getting better. Okay.
They are. They're getting better. They were on CBS this weekend.
Okay. Well, they're giving this guy the most credibility, and they asked him, they said, well, how did you learn to speak any English? And he said there were two things, the TV show Friends and hip-hop.
Okay.
That's what he did. He said that his mom bought him the full series of Friends, and he watched it several times. He said, I just wanted to speak and listen and understand the musicians in America, and I just want to say thank you, Mom. And so I find that interesting for anyone who's trying to learn a language. Like I'm trying to learn Spanish. I'm doing all I can to do that. And the one thing that I found was there was actually a blog that was out there. It was like the top 20 Spanish movies to watch if you're trying to learn English. And so I'm trying to do that because, I'm trying to find good stuff that I like. And the thing I love now, pop music, almost every song has got a Spanish version to it. And I would say almost a quarter of the songs that I'm streaming that are like, current pop music are Spanish. I mean, it's not even like when we first got into this radio thing in 99 Virginia, we're like, oh, look out, the Spanish invasion. Oh, now it's crazy. So it's a lot of stuff. So I'm just kind of curious, if you're trying to learn Spanish like I am, what do I need to watch or listen to?
Keep in mind, you have to probably watch it a good amount. If you're watching an episode of Narcos that you like,
because that did help me out, actually.
It did, but if you keep watching it over and over again, especially the same episode, it's going to help you. That's what I've been told.
Okay, so I'm stockpiling my list and trying to find stuff that I can keep watching after Game of Thrones, Cobra Kai, and the Rub and Tug videos.
Okay.
So now I've got the fourth thing on my list. That's the fourth thing I want to get to.
Bob Kraft.
It's so much to watch.
Gets me going.
That's got to keep that guy up every night. Is that video going to be released or not?
It keeps him up all right.
Oh, yeah. 877-979-WRMF. You can always sound off here on the KVJ show. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, I thought this was a fun little list that they had on BuzzFeed. The weird rules people had to follow growing up. What were the weird rules you had in your house that didn't really make sense? And maybe you didn't realize it was a weird rule until you grew up and got your own house. And you said, yeah, why did we do that? That didn't make any sense.
Oh, we had weird rules.
Okay, I figured the Penningtons did. We'll hear that list and yours next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
I want to say thank you for all the suggestions for anybody who's out there trying to learn a lesson and a language. Probably the coolest thing you can do is watch a TV show that has that language being spoken in it. It's so cool when we actually talk to people that are from different countries and didn't speak English that actually learned English by listening to the KVJ show, which I don't know if I would recommend it for that. I'm not sure if we speak the best English, but you know what? People are doing it. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Some of the suggestions out there, somebody said, I listened to a podcast by Duolingo. They tell current Spanish stories in easy to understand formats. I love listening to it on my drive home to practice. So I do. I actually listen to that one. The stories are okay, but they can sometimes be a little boring.
Got ya.
Yes. Somebody else recommended Español con Juan. Apparently that is something you can watch. I think that might be on YouTube. Money Heisey on Netflix, somebody said. And Maria Full of Grace was good. It was about the drug cartel. See, that's the kind of stuff that gets me. And also, I kind of like those Mexican telenovelas. Got some hot chicks on there.
I love that. I love Telemundo. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. And somebody said, just to be aware that there is a lot of different dialects in Spanish. And so, sometimes it's better to go to maybe a more pure form. They recommended Spain or Argentina. Probably a way to go. Said, I'm Puerto Rican, by the way. And sometimes a lot of Puerto Rican Spanish is slang. And even a lot of the music, the pop music you're hearing now is slang. So if you're kind of learning the language on that, it'll be very slangy Spanish.
Well, even the term when I say, okay, mijo, in some cultures, it means friend. Dude, what's up, my friend? And then the other one is, I believe it's brother. Is it mijo brother or son?
Hermano is brother.
Yeah, okay, mijo is what? Son?
Son.
But
That's what my aunt
Hijo.
used to call all her kids mijo.
But you can call mijo, but Kevin's my mijo. He's my friend.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so that's another little thing. And so some good advice there. So I do appreciate that. Got anything else? I've already emailed myself all those recommendations. So be checking those out. Another thing I saw was kind of fun. BuzzFeed came out with a list of the weird rules people actually had to follow while growing up. Did you have a weird rule that didn't make sense, but your parents told you to do it and you did it anyway? And you thought, hey, it's just because my parents are telling me, it's got to make sense, right?
Yeah, we were not allowed to drink the milk as kids. If you were caught drinking milk, my mom would lose her mind, and so would Ann. That was for their coffee. You didn't mess with it. If you were caught drinking it, you got in big time trouble.
Really?
You had to ask about the milk, and when you would ask about the milk, you never got it. My brother would have to sneak in and drink it with his mouth. You weren't allowed to answer the door. If someone knocked on the door, everybody hid. Unless my dad was there, my dad would handle it. But if my dad wasn't there, we would all hide.
Hide?
Pretty much, yeah. And that's kind of, I think that's why I have a hang up today as an adult when someone knocks on the door. And the other weird rule, I was never allowed to watch the show Married with Children. My mom thought that was the devil. But meanwhile, I was allowed to watch rated R movies on HBO. I was watching Porky's. I'm watching all kinds of stuff.
That all was okay, but
oh no,
Porky's?
But if I was watching Married with Children, that was a no. It was so bizarre.
there's a lot of family dysfunction and disrespect. I think that
Yeah.
went on. They didn't want you to pick up on that attitude and give it back to them.
It was odd the things my mom dug her heels on. You know?
Some of the comments they had on the BuzzFeed thing said, we were not allowed to use the front door ever. There was a metal screen on it with a deadbolt that needed a key for either side. My stepdad kept the key, and even visitors had to go to the back through the side gate.
Huh.
Okay. Somebody else said salt was for guests only.
Salt.
The actual use of spices was very looked down upon on my house, which was seen as a huge insult to my mom and dad if you ever used it. But they were horribly awful cooks.
Oh.
What a weird rule.
Bland food is just the worst.
And then you weren't allowed to season
And then
it.
you weren't allowed to put any salt or seasoning
No,
on it.
because it was an insult to them.
That's terrible.
Another weird rule people said they had to follow while growing up. We were only allowed one clean towel a week. Now, we could do with it whatever we wanted, but we didn't get another clean one until the next week. Here's your one clean towel for the week. Don't ruin it.
I guess it's teaching you responsibility. But I don't know.
Someone said I couldn't recline or lay my body down at all if my boyfriend was over. My mom thought that was me laying down, giving him thoughts. So
And
other things would happen.
permission. Yes.
And so once I put my feet up on the couch while my fiance was over, and my mom got upset because she thought I was trying to turn him on.
Oh my gosh. That is insane.
When my daughter was touring schools, we went to a Christian school, and they had that rule, like in the dorms, that your feet had to stay on the floor.
Really?
Yeah, because they had co-ed dorms. Yeah, you couldn't have like someone of the opposite sex in your dorm and have your feet up.
I am always crisscross applesauce in it. They'd throw me out of this
Your feet are on the floor, you'd have been fine.
Wow, I never really have them on the floor.
Somebody said, my grandmother said not to poo during a lightning storm because a bolt of lightning might strike the pipe and electrocute me.
I've heard
Turns into an electric chair.
I've heard things like that before. Don't
Is
take
that true though?
I don't
I've
know.
heard that. I've heard that it can come in like they say don't wash dishes, but to me, the toilet itself, that's not conducive to, unless you had a metal toilet, which I would hope most homes, if you're not a prison, would.
You don't have a prison toilet in your house?
Yeah. Okay. If you are in a prison, can you actually be electrocuted before you get to the chair by sitting on the toilet in your stall?
I mean, that's just God speeding up the process.
Wow. Okay.
I've always heard you could get electrocuted if you're taking a shower or a bath. Is that real?
I think there are some issues with that, yeah, because you have conductors of electricity all the way from your body to where it might happen.
We were
A
taught
million-
that.
but yeah.
A million things can take you out at any minute, Jay Bird.
I know, but what are really what's the percent? If I take a shower during a lightning storm, am I in that much danger? Because you're right, I was made to believe growing up, never take a shower or a bath when the lightning's out.
Yeah, I think it's a slim chance, but I think there is still a chance. So that rule, yeah, it's weird in a sense because it's so rare, but there might be some validity to that one. Somebody else said the weird rule that we had growing up was no violent video games unless they were about history. Then it was okay. And someone else said we could watch Freddy movies, but not Jason movies. This was because my mom believed that the Friday the 13th movies were satanic, but A Nightmare on Elm Street movies were just good fun.
What?
Yeah.
It's funny.
That right there reminds me of my mom right there, because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, somebody said that we weren't allowed in the family room, and God forbid we actually went in and sat on the couch.
The family was not allowed in the family room.
Family was not allowed in the family room. Some people had that. You ever been into a house? When I was a kid growing up, sometimes people would have like plastic covering on their furniture. And you're like, why?
I was just recently up in Kentucky, and my dad got remarried after he and my mom had me and my sister. And so my sister Caitlin is much younger than me. And so she was telling me how when she grew up in the house with my dad and her mom, they had this whole entire room, and the kids called it the museum. You weren't allowed to sit or touch anything in this room. And still to this day, they make fun of my dad and
Really?
her mom for like, why would you have a whole room in your house, call it the museum, and nobody can touch anything or sit on anything? It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, that's just it. It's like weird rules. You're like, why are we doing this again? This doesn't make any sense to me, but that's pretty much what happens.
Let's take 400 square feet in our house and let it have zero purpose.
Right.
But yet still all the expenses.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Somebody else said my mom wouldn't let us watch any show with George Lopez in it because he cheated on his wife.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I had this big date back in high school, and I wanted to go with this girl. I was 18 years old, and the movie Powder came out, and my mom said, "You're not going." All my friends were going. She found out the director or the writer had some kind of child molestation case against him. She said, "You're not going. You're not supporting it. Tell your girl you're not doing it." I'm like, "Oh, Mom."
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Anything that you got to add on to it, you can get a hold of us. It is 877-979-WRMF. Talking about the weird rules you had to grow up with as a kid. Maybe you didn't really fully understand why it was a rule. Now, Don, you kind of had this going on in your house. There was a weird rule you didn't understand until one day. What was that rule all about?
As children, we're never allowed to drink my mom's glass of soda. We just were forbidden. She was so strict about it that we just never even thought to touch it. And then as a teenager one day, I just grabbed her glass. I was like 16, 17 years old, and I just grabbed her glass to take a sip. It had rum in it.
Okay, well, rule explained.
You kids drive me to drink.
That's Mama's medicine. Don't touch Mama's medicine.
Somebody said I was not allowed to put milk on my cereal unless I would drink it all afterwards to not waste it.
For some reason, milk's a big deal in households back in the day.
Wasting was a big thing in my household because my mom grew up, in a house with a dirt floor and not enough food for the kids. And so if you had food, you were very lucky and blessed. And so she would always tell us, you don't waste a scrap of food. You eat everything.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have that.
My mom had this weird thing. We'd go through runs where we were allowed to drink as much soda as we want. And then out of the blue, she'd buy the smallest little Dixie cups, and that's all we could drink. That was the new rule. You only get a Dixie cup, and that's it. And then a month and a half later, we're back to drinking soda. It was so bizarre, the inconsistency.
She was trying to do it right.
She tried.
She tried, but the power of soda just took over the Penningtons.
It really did, because she used to buy 3 liters of soda.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. Grape, strawberry, Kev, all of it.
All you could handle.
Orange.
All you could handle.
It's not good.
That was so good.
It's not good.
Now, this might be a weird rule that actually makes some sense. Do you abide by it or not? Brushing your teeth while going number 2.
To me, that is something I would never do. That's so gross.
Now, there's somebody that you were telling me actually
Yes.
tries to justify this.
In the snack pack, there is a member. I will not say his name, but they say...
It's Twigs.
I'm not saying that it is. But when they're in a hurry and they have to brush their teeth, they got to go poop, do all that stuff, they will brush their teeth on the toilet and go number 2 at the same time. And he says it's convenient, it helps for time, schedule, all that. Me and Denny's looked at him and said, dude, that is disgusting.
Okay.
Brushing your teeth on the toilet, I think, is a no.
Okay, what about going number 1? Does it change?
I mean, number 1's so quick. I'm not that upset about number one. Sitting down, getting down to your business.
Right, because I do that. Like, I
you
will
brush your teeth on the toilet?
when I go, if I'm peeing, I won't go number 2 and do
Gotcha,
it.
okay.
Because I'm afraid I might mix up what's in my hands. Next thing I'm brushing my butt. I mean, we don't want to do something like that, you know? That could be terrible.
Are you horrified by that concept, Virginia?
It doesn't bother me that much,
Really?
actually. I mean, you're in the bathroom pooping. Your toothbrush is there anyway. I mean, it doesn't get me. I love time management. I love cutting corners, and I love shaving off time to get ready.
Do you do it?
I don't do it, but I should.
Do most people do that?
I don't usually go number 2 in the morning.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
Well, there you
Are
go.
you bragging, or do you want to feel
It
bad?
sounded like there was a tone in there.
was.
I don't have time.
You are a bragger.
You don't have time. Going number 2 is one of those things where it's not like, oh, I schedule it in. It's like, no, when the body wants, the body goes.
Oh, you know those Sequesta people. They only poop once a day, Kevin.
A day, a week.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's only by permission. Wait, what?
And it's got rainbows and glitter in it.
Of course it does. Your birthdays for today. Kelly Clarkson turns 37, and Barbara Streisand is now 77.
Babs.
Yeah. Also, got to say a little happy birthday to Ernie, from your
Ernie.
beautiful, amazing wife, Stephanie, and your 2 perfect daughters, Emma and Lily.
Aw.
Gary Bronstein is turning 56 today.
Gary.
Happy birthday, Gary. Also, happy birthday to Belinda, having her sweet 16. From
Belinda.
Mom, Dad, and your brother, Lorenzo. Another sweet 16 for Anthony, from Dad, Mom, and Charlize.
Anthony.
Lindsay Lazawick is turning 31 today.
Lindsay.
That's in from Alex. And also Karina turning 22 from Mom and Matt.
Karina.
And also a little shout out to Patrick having a 10th birthday today from Mom, Dad, Sean, Bailey, and Murphy.
Patrick.
So there you go. Got a birthday, you want to get it on the KVJ show. All you got to do is just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, and we will get you the hookup there for your birthdays. Okay, got a fun little round of Would You Rather here. A couple tough options. You got to figure out which one you think is the better of the two, though. Got to answer one or the other. So would you rather change gender every time you sneeze, which means that your private parts would change, swap out, ha-choo, boom.
Is that the
And-
only thing that changes?
Yeah.
Downstairs only or upstairs and downstairs?
Up and down.
Do I grow bigger boobs than I
Yeah,
have?
you do. Yeah. Yeah. So you got to be mindful of what top you wear because that could change. Yeah. And if you're all of a sudden, you've sneezed, now you got your lady parts on, you may not want to wear a bikini out to the beach. Ha-choo. Oh, jeez. So it's just a couple things to think about.
I can sneeze 4 times in a row. Guy, girl, guy, girl. I mean,
Imagine that. And imagine doing that in a bikini. And you're on the beach. And you're the only person on planet Earth that has this condition. Wait, what is going on? You imagine how baffling that would be for the other beachgoers?
I mean, you would
Wait, it's a man.
definitely.
No, it's a woman. No, it's a man. No, it's a woman.
You'd be able to parlay that into a lovely freak show career at the circus.
But you'd always have to travel with Pepper.
I think
Yes.
out of the 2 options, I don't know.
He's got like a holster. Want to see a trick? Okay, so that's option 1.
Okay, it's pretty bad.
So would you rather change gender every time you sneeze or not be able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby?
I gotta pick option 1 because I don't want to be eating babies left and right. I would eat a lot of babies.
We love muffin tops. We don't want to eat baby tops.
Right. Well, think about that, and think if you try to give or change a muffin, people be like, "What are you doing?" Well, I gotta change the baby's diaper. That's a
That's
muffin.
a muffin.
Oh,
You just ate the baby.
why are you giving a bottle to a muffin?
Question: if I
Yeah.
sneeze and the baby turns into the sneezing's out of this. You just can't tell between the muffin and the baby.
Yes. Don't complicate the simple concept.
If I sneeze, the baby turns into a boy baby. Then it turns into a girl
Wait, I
baby.
sneeze. The baby turns into a muffin.
What?
Wait, what? No, no.
I'm picking option 1
How did you make this more confusing?
because I'm stupid. Because I'm dumb. That's why.
I think I'm gonna go. I mean, a muffin and a baby, for me now, honestly, I don't really eat muffins and I'm not around babies that often. But I wouldn't want to walk up to somebody going, that looks delicious, and I'm talking about their baby.
Yeah, we're at an event.
That'd be very weird.
Someone's holding a muffin in their hand, and it's really their baby.
Why do you Kevin call my baby delicious?
Our Kids World, somebody hands you their baby to take a picture like they always do, and you eat it.
We got Kids World this weekend. I would be responsible for eating 43 babies this weekend.
You're right. And even for me who doesn't eat them. Somebody handed me, but going, no, I don't eat these anymore. And they'd be like, what?
Kevin just said the most disturbing thing to me and my baby.
Right. So that you're right. You would just have to, if you knew you had the condition, though, you have to be like, okay, I have to always watch myself because I don't know, is that really a muffin or a baby?
Well, you can't be around either.
Really, you could.
But good luck. Good
It'd
luck.
Be tough.
So you never know when a muffin/baby's gonna walk into your life.
Imagine just the horror as you walk into Starbucks and you see piled up a big bin of babies. Oh my gosh!
These babies are $2 for $1.
They're terrible.
You got us
Terrible.
talking, Coach.
Okay, so those are the options. What do you think? Change gender every time you sneeze, or not be able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby?
I don't know. I kind of think the gender every time you sneeze might be cool.
It could be tricky.
It could be tricky, but it might be awesome. You could probably parlay that into a really, really great career with the circus.
Yeah, you probably could. And I think, the way you'd overcome it, you just have to know that you'd have to have your sneezy pants, meaning you got a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, I mean,
you'd have to have, okay, this is my sneezy outfit. I'm a little sneezy today.
It's an adult-only show, too, at the circus. It's not for kids.
You're right. It should be, at least. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to actually choose muffin and a baby.
And you're just going to avoid both.
Yes. I think I'm in a point in my life where I could do that. Jay Bird?
Oh, you know where I stand. I can't eat babies. I gotta sneeze and change genders.
Virginia?
Yeah, I'm going to sneeze and change genders,
Okay.
too.
All right. Interesting.
I think I can parlay it into a cash grab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Would you rather have all songs exist, but they are all performed by Pitbull, or only one Pitbull song exists, but it's performed by every artist with their own cover interpretation?
Either option's awful, and that would that would be troubling. Oh, gosh. You got to go all artists, make it their own.
You got to go all artists, but it's only one song.
If it's just Pitbull 24/7.
What's that Pitbull song you go for? I know you want
Fireball.
Me. Fireball? Oh.
Timber.
Can you imagine like an acoustic version of Fireball? Dun, 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 dun,
Maybe Timber.
dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Oh, gosh, what a that's terrible. That's a bad one.
I don't know. Could you imagine Pitbull doing John Lennon's Imagine?
No.
I'm kind of intrigued by that concept.
We can't.
I'm intrigued by that concept more. Pitbull sings every... In fact, I can't wait for the Pitbull covers album.
That would be... Every song you love is done by Pitbull now. That's not... No. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it'd be comical for a day. You're
He's
right. You
doing
probably
Billy
lose
Joel. No
Yeah.
way.
Neither option's good, but you're right. I think it's probably better to have different artists performing Pitbull songs. Okay, would you rather fight Mike Tyson in his prime once or talk like Mike Tyson for the rest of your life?
I think I got to go with the one-time fight. But keep in mind, when he was in his prime, he was a destroyer.
He was, but a lot of times you would only be in the ring for like 40 seconds of a butt whooping, and then you get knocked out in the first round. It'd take you a couple weeks to heal from your injuries, and then you'd be okay. That, to me, is easier.
But you, Virginia, facing Tyson in his prime, he'd kill you.
No,
There's
I
a
would
chance
just.
of that, yeah.
I think I could work his voice. I think on a girl it would be adorable.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Adorable, you're going too far. I don't know adorable.
I think you could make it adorable on a chick.
I'd like to see how he'd respond to that statement.
You're going to sound just like Tyson.
Do not tell him I said that.
No.
Okay.
I fight Tyson once.
I do too.
No way.
I agree with you on that.
You could be once and lights out.
It could.
One shot to the temple and you could be dead.
You
You just keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Protect the head. Be like, okay, you take some blows. Yes. I'd be like, okay, I put on a good enough of a show, and then boom, I'm down on the mount. Count me out. I'm out. I'm good.
Hey, what are you doing tonight? You want to go out?
I think it's kind of adorable.
No.
Okay.
I think you could work it.
Imagine her talking like Tyson the entire show during the dirt.
Maybe that's what we need to do for the next dirt.
Oh, God. I'm not good at keeping it up that long.
Okay, and finally here, would you rather poo out a watermelon or pee out a baseball?
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I think I got to go watermelon out the butt, I think. I think it's just more feasible.
Think so?
A baseball out of the front area? No way. I don't think it could work. I got to go butt, Kev. Butt in the watermelon.
And you love butt stuff.
No, I'm just saying. This is easy. You ain't got one of the front stuff we have. You should probably pick watermelon, too.
Yeah, I mean, just think about your exit tunnel for both. And I think the butt expands more, right?
Well, then again, you can shoot out babies, so a baseball's going to be nothing for you.
You know, babies don't come out of your pee-pee hole, right?
But still, it's around the area. You kind of
Different hole.
You get the feeling, though.
Totally different hole.
I get it's a different
Constructed
hole.
differently, yes.
Hold my leg, Kevin. I got to show him something.
I'm just saying, you're already up front. You bend to the dance, so to speak.
Different hole.
I get it.
Yeah, it's tough, but I would rather take the watermelon.
I take the water.
Yeah.
I think we all are taking the watermelon.
Okay. Seems like the right thing to do. Somebody said, Kevin, I think you're wrong about the muffin baby thing. You could be just years away from being a grandparent. Then what?
Oh, that's true.
But it's in my mind. I'd always just have to, yeah.
You cannot eat your grandchild.
I would never eat a muffin, and I would just have to watch, because you're right. I might one day feed a muffin a bottle, or I might try to change a muffin.
But isn't the whole thing you can't tell the difference?
You can't tell the
just
difference.
A baby or a muffin, it looks the same.
You don't know at any time, be like going, well, that looks like a baby, but it could be a muffin.
But you know you don't know.
You know
so
you
you
don't
gotta
know.
avoid
Right.
both.
And you know how to handle both carefully. Watch what you say.
You
and do.
hope.
You hope.
You hope.
All right, any other thoughts on this? You can let us know, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, you guys have both faced off with the Pop Music Challenge. Now I'm going to face off with it.
Oh, old smuggy smugster. Let's see how you do.
Smugging around.
Smugster.
Smugging
I've been
around.
smugging around this contest. Just wait until you chuckleheads went first.
What are you wearing today? What you got on? Shorts or pants?
I got on the short pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put that thing on your thigh and let you ride the lightning.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does the Kevin Ralston go 5 for 5? I don't know.
Do I do as bad as you both? Because you both missed 4 out of 5.
Oh, I was terrible.
You shouldn't do bad because you get to look at the computer and see the names.
I should do better.
should.
I wouldn't say I will do great. In fact, I smell at least 3 shocks coming my way.
You think you're great going into it. You're like, yeah, I got this. I'm in pop radio. This should be easy.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Because you get nervous when that thing is strapped to you.
Well, Denny's has pulled out the 15-second clips, just like what you guys had, and I've got to name one of the artists in the song or the exact title of the song to not get shocked.
Jay Bird said you wanted to start on level 8. Is that true?
No,
I
that's not true at all.
I said level 9.
Yeah. All right. Well, we should know it, but we don't. Well, at least a lot of us in here don't. Yeah, I mean, we work on a contemporary music radio station. We play these songs endlessly. They're always going on. In fact, you're always like going, oh my gosh, these songs play all the time. You play so much music. You know, we hear all about it. But then when we play the songs, it'd be like, okay, who was that? Nobody here in the studio so far has been able to say who it is, which is just so crazy. I honestly, everyone who listens to this show knows the music better than the people who actually play it.
I know Shallow. Okay, that one song.
Okay, so what I get is I get 15 seconds of a song here. You both have gone through this. Virginia and Jaybird missed 4 out of 5. We'll see how many I get. I've got to either get one of the artists, again, because a lot of these are collaborations, so I got to get one of the artists or the exact title correctly to not get shocked.
And I feel, this would be a team effort, Virginia. We both will shock him today. If he misses one, I'll give you the shocker, then you can give it to me.
Perfect.
Team effort.
What level are we starting at? Did you say 9?
We want to start off at a
No,
level
come on,
that
no.
makes his new hair so nervous. We want to knock that thing off his head.
Can you get a last-minute appointment at the hair club for them to glue it back on?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
And then I'll use
I'm not
glue.
worried, though. This thing could go through anything. It's fine.
You get round one, Virginia. I'll give it
Okay.
to the witch.
All righty.
Okay, here we go. I'm a little nervous here. All right, song number one. Now, Denny's, these are all massive global hits. So I'm on the same level and criteria.
Oh
We
yeah,
didn't
you
pull
guys.
off B-sides or anything.
Nope, it's all stuff that was in the top 40 at the end of the year that still stayed the top 40 charts, and it's also I have the values of their YouTube views, which are astronomical. All of them are above 150 million.
All right, Peace Train. If you blow it, we're shocking you.
It's tough. Kevin's a tough one to trick. Like you
Look.
said, he gets to see all the names.
You know what Kevin likes. Don't come up in here with all a bunch of boy band stuff and giving him exactly what he needs on a platter.
Absolutely, I did my best to make him obscure, but still popular for Kevin.
We will know if you are on the take.
Yeah. And if Kevin gets 3 right, you're getting shocked.
all right.
Wait.
Let Kevin play this around. Let's see.
I know. We're really building
Somebody,
this
wait,
up.
somebody's getting shocked. Either I'm getting shocked, or if I do too well, Denny's is getting
We're
shocked.
just trying to make Kevin think about this. Want to prologue it just so slightly.
Somebody's riding the lightning, Denny's.
Oh, yeah. Me and Virginia are feeling real energetic. We're joining forces today.
I can tell. This is scary. All right, here we go. Song number one. Uh, 11 years.
11 years. Oh man, Kevin, that's wrong.
Oh.
What is the song?
It's Lucas Graham's 7 Years, and it has 851 million views.
Gosh, I knew it was. I said 11 years.
11
Dang, it was
years.
7 years.
The part I pulled is the 11-year verse.
Good Denny's trickery is what
That
we call
is.
that.
Okay.
Good job, Denny's.
Danny's
Give me some
nailing
pain,
it.
baby. Give me some pain.
Bringing the pain in 3, 2, 1.
You have to play, the first one never works. You have to keep hitting the button. Hit it till he
I just
starts to.
tested this thing out.
You have to put it against his skin.
Denny's, put it on his junk.
Keep hitting
Okay.
it. Keep hitting
You ready?
Yeah, go
You
now.
ready?
I feel it. Ah, okay.
All right, we gotta pump that up. Yeah, all right, my turn. All right, we're definitely going up. If you weren't nervous in the last one, you should be for this one. How do you make it go real high? This one?
Yeah.
Is that the one that goes real high? All right. Do you hear that?
Turbocharge.
That's me
Breaking it.
Oh.
putting the levels. Oh, are you being smug over there? Do you have a smug joke? I said it's feeling
Exactly what
fun.
he's doing. I'm less nervous now.
Click, click, click. Oh, Kev, I broke it.
Okay, keep making your
Oh, here.
jokes.
He's hitting that button way too hard.
Keep making your jokes.
You need to recognize the power of your thumb.
You need to not jump on my case because we're on the same team.
That's right.
Let's
I'm sorry.
Go. We're getting
Okay.
smuggy today.
Smugging
Keep my own
around.
score. Gosh, that was a tough one. 11. What is it?
7 years.
Stupid Lucas Graham. And by the way, I hate that song.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Terrible.
All right, here we go. All right.
Way to
song
push the
number
music,
2.
guys. Way to really get behind the music.
I don't know. Did we play that one still?
We did.
We don't.
We
Thank
did.
God we don't.
we did. It was so long.
Awful.
It felt like 7 years.
Yeah.
All right, here we go with song number 2. Popular music I should know.
Oh, that is correct.
No!
And that's Don't Let Me Down. That one is 1.3 billion.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's coupled with the chain smokers.
Okay, big one. All right, here we go. Song number 3.
I'm
Yeah.
salivating over here. I need to see Smugs burn.
All right, let's see if we turn around. So this
Yeah.
one's actually done by Kygo.
You're coming at us with Selgo, dog? Come on.
Kygo and Selgo.
He knows Gomez.
All right.
Okay, I thought I was going to get shocked 3 times. I've been shocked once. That means I've missed the next 2.
Are you bragging over there?
We still got 2 left.
Sounds like you're bragging. Gotta bring it up a little bit.
And the button just fell off.
What's that? You making jokes? Okay, fine.
Click a-
You better not miss it, Ralston.
I don't know any. No, I don't know these pansy.
He's clicking. He's clicking.
That's my weakness.
Hold
Come on.
Pansy Rock.
Hold on, you guys hear that? Oh yeah, okay. Just making sure that I get at the high.
What? Hold on. What is this song?
Let It Go.
Oh man, I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah, James Bay.
James. Who's James Bay?
Pansy Rock.
James Bay. It's James Bay.
James Bay.
It's James Bay.
All right, give me some pain.
It hurts me more than it hurts you.
Count us down.
3, 2, 1. Bring in the pain.
Oh gosh. Oh.
What number do I see that on?
Oh,
I don't want to say it. I don't want to tell the number. I'm afraid.
Wow.
What'd you put it to?
It's one of our higher numbers.
Oh my goodness.
Is it higher than 6?
Yes.
Wow.
I thought I saw it
Holy
higher than 6.
Gosh, dang.
Oh.
Boy, jeez, wow.
Oh, you warmed up now, Smokes?
Oh.
You still
I'm
got
about dead.
you still got some
I gotta get
jokes?
my heart back in the right rhythm. You
still
oh
feeling-
my goodness.
Still feeling funny?
Oh my gosh. Let's just pray this isn't Pansy Rock again. I'm an obscure name and I've only had 1 hit.
Let it be Pansy.
There's soft and yeah. What's the one? I'm lying on the bathroom floor, laying like a little bitch. What's that one? What is that song?
Charlie Puth.
Okay, that's right. Puth, Virginia's guy.
I have a weakness. I have a weakness when it comes to popular music.
Better not be
Okay.
Puth.
5th and final song.
It's
I've
not gonna
missed
be
2. I've gotten 2 correct. I should know it. Will I? Okay, here we go. Zed.
That is correct. Oh, it's so obscure.
Oh, baby.
Oh, you're so happy.
Oh, man. All right, I missed 2 out of 5.
It hurts.
Pansy Rock.
Oh, that would definitely hurt. That was a high level.
Oh, if you went Pansy Rock, I would miss 5 out of 5. There's no doubt. That is my weakness. Now, I've got a challenge for you here musically. I want to paint the picture. Now, I know you guys aren't wedding DJs, but imagine you are. You're at a wedding. The music is in your hands. You look around. The reception is dead. Nobody's dancing. Now, as with most weddings, it's kind of a mixed crowd. All ages are out there. And you need the fail-safe song to play that is a guaranteed win. What do you play?
Easy. Everybody get your asses on the dance floor. It's time to do the conga.
Okay. You roll out conga.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Gets people going, man.
It gets people going. Okay, you're the wedding DJ. You look out the reception. It's dead. There's no energy. No one's dancing. And you're like, okay, I cannot mess up the next song. You've got to play something you know that could be a bona fide smash with a variety of ages. That's the challenge about being a wedding DJ. Back in my days, I DJ'd a couple weddings, and it is tough.
It's tough.
And typically the songs that are going to work the best are songs you absolutely hate.
Yeah, I hate conga, but I know if I'm the DJ, that's going to get people.
You love the conga.
I love Gloria Estefan. I love what the conga stands for. The song itself, I can't stand.
Okay. All right, so Jaybird is going for the conga.
I am. With confidence.
It'd be interesting to try these songs out. It'd be kind of cool if we got to go out and had the playlist and talk to a wedding DJ and be like, okay, how right or how wrong are we?
But you have to sell it, though. Everybody get on the dance floor. It's time to do the conga.
Yeah.
Or, hey, everybody, it's time to go to the YMCA.
I don't know. YMCA now, does that still play?
No, we have a staff DJ who's amazing, Flash, who's texted me. He said the one you got to do, and I agree. I've seen it. Cha-cha slide.
Kevin?
Oh, okay,
Cha-cha slide brings them out.
The chicks go insane for the cha-cha slide.
I couldn't believe
he's
that.
right.
Yeah, I was a MC of Benefit a couple weeks ago, and they played that, the DJ did, and every age, there were like 7-year-old kids and like 70-year-old men. Like, I'm like, how's that 70-year-old guy know the cha-cha slide?
It's got a groove, too. That's the down, 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 down.
People, let me clap your hands. Is that the one? Yeah.
Oh, that's the okay. Clap your
and it kind of gives you the
Everybody clap your
directions.
hands.
It
Yeah.
kind of gives you
Now
jump
bounce.
to the left.
Yeah, that's
To the
it.
right. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Cha-cha real slow.
Yeah.
People go crazy for
They
it.
do. Flash is right. That's legit.
Okay. I'd agree with that. That did not even make the 24 song list that BuzzFeed gives you. Songs that literally make straight people lose their minds at weddings.
Well, then BuzzFeed got it wrong.
Okay.
They get a lot wrong.
Some of the ones they suggest, in fact, their number one song is Shut Up and Dance With Me by Walk the Moon.
That's number one?
Okay.
Number one on their list.
Clearly, BuzzFeed's got an agenda here. We're going to be too hip for the room agenda.
I kind of disagree with that. I wouldn't feel like if I was with Jaybird and we were sitting in the booth and we're like, okay, we got to find the song. And he's like, I don't know. Don't Stop Believing by Journey. They have a number 2.
Only if it's performed by Suits. That's the only way I'm doing that.
Number 3, they got Hey Ya by Outkast.
Hey Ya is a great one.
I would probably be like, okay, now I'm feeling better.
But
Yes.
does Hey Ya get everybody on the dance floor? It may get some people. Does it get everybody? You're trying to get everybody on the dance floor.
I know, but I feel better about that one. And keep in mind, you cannot miss on this next song. That's basically what's going on here.
Uptown Funk needs to be on that list.
Yes.
It does it for everybody.
Yes.
I've seen it.
Great call. That has got to be on the list.
Is it on there?
No, it's not. No, it
See?
did make. No, it did made number
Okay.
6. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, Uptown Funk, and I think that's right. And I even saw that was the number one song that pulled the best between people who love and hate Donald Trump. There was a bizarre poll. I was like, okay, Uptown
That's
Funk.
what brings us together.
Uptown Funk.
Bruno Mars.
That's it. With all the political discourse we have in America, just put on Uptown Funk and we can all come together.
Thank you, Bruno.
Thank you, Bruno Mars. They've got Can't Stop the Feeling, Justin Timberlake.
That's a good one, too.
I'd feel okay about that one. I hate the song, but it might work. Mambo number 5.
No. You got to put September on your list.
That's how you
Okay.
get your ass
Earth, Wind,
kicked.
and Fire, September. Do not put Mambo number 5.
You play Mambo number 5. Someone drunk is going to get into a fight with somebody. That's a terrible song.
They got Love Shack on there by the B-52s.
It does move the needle, man.
Okay, I know. I'd feel okay about that one. Now, they list a ton of Pitbull. They have Time of Our Lives. They've got Fireball. They've got the Pitbull song with Christina Aguilera. I mean, they've got, basically Pitbull top to bottom on this list.
You only get one Pitbull.
Do you feel good about throwing in a Pitbull?
No.
I don't know if I know you want. I would think that would be the one, but maybe, obviously, I guess I'm wrong. That's not what they would say. Time of Our Lives. I hate that song. That's terrible. They also say basically any Maroon 5 song will work. Is that true, or is that good at a wedding? I don't think so
absolutely
either.
not.
It doesn't make anybody mad, but it's not going to get the dance floor
I'm
going.
That's what
actually
I'm
kinda
saying
mad.
too. Yeah,
I'm actually kind of mad at
That's
that
what
one.
I'm saying too. I don't agree with that one. They say put on "I Got a Feeling" by the Black Eyed Peas.
Get out. I'm leaving your wedding. I'm out.
Where's the good cuts? Like Biggie Hypnotize, Just a Friend by Biz
Well,
Markie.
I think the only thing about Biggie Hypnotize that might be a little too unfamiliar.
great.
I would probably say, and look, I'm not saying I like it because trust me, I would rather go with Hypnotize. But Black Eyed Peas, "I Got a Feeling," is that a stronger pick?
Sweet Caroline needs to be on there.
Yeah, that does.
The room loves it. I'm
You're right.
sorry.
Can we get some love for some dancing queen?
It's not on their list. I don't know. I would be okay with, but that feels like the YMCA played to me.
Whatever. She's coming in here with Sweet Caroline. Song's older than dirt.
Look,
It
it
still
works.
somehow works.
It
I know.
works.
It should be played. It doesn't feel like it's as
Give
expired.
me a break. Dancing Queen works. Get the hell out of here.
He's mad.
Toxic by Britney Spears, they have on their list.
It's not my cup of soda, but it will work.
Yeah. LMFAO, Sexy, and I Know It.
That's a good one.
Okay. That's kind of the suggestions that they have. Is there any that we're missing here? You've got to play a bona fide smash that works at a wedding. What are you going to put on? Somebody said, how about Turn Down for What?
That's such a jam.
It is a jam, but is that like
Good
anybody
call.
over the age of 45? Are they going to like be, oh, it's too loud. I can't.
No.
Or is that going to work? Turn Down for What works for even your
You have to,
50-year-old
like,
uncle?
50-years-olds don't like rap music. Of course they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to work every time.
They didn't put Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. I'd feel good about that. That still works.
It
I can't
does.
stand
So
it,
does
but-
Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, Ice Ice Baby works, y'all.
All of those 80s, 90s raps that were on the radio, that were universal, they work.
Flash just texted me again. The Wobble. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble,
Gosh, there's
baby,
so
wobble.
many of those songs.
That one,
They're all actually very
they
terrible
love
songs,
it.
and people go nuts for it.
They love
That's
it.
why weddings make me cringe. I'm like, oh, not again. How many songs like this are there?
The Electric Slide we haven't even talked
There's
about.
like 20 of these songs. Yes.
People still do the Electric Slide.
They
play
do.
it.
It's not as cool as the new
Cha-Cha Slide.
The Cha-Cha's the new
yeah,
one.
yeah. Cupid Shuffle. What is the difference on that one?
Cupid Shuffle is good,
Is that a
too.
different one?
It's a little bit older.
Oh
that
my!
the one-
How many of these songs are there?
What's the one that goes down, down, baby, baby, down, down? Is that the Cupid one?
I don't know. It sounds
Cupid
like
Shuffle. That's Cupid Shuffle.
Okay.
sounds like we need to break out the shot collar again.
That is the Cupid Shuffle.
That one goes off.
I
man.
know.
That one might go off more than the
Cupid
other.
Shuffle, Wobble, Cha-Cha Slide. Play all three of those. Space them out.
Macarena.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
No.
Get out of my wedding. Get out. Bouncers, kick him out.
If the bride heard you say that, she wouldn't marry you.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Anything else you want to add to it? 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. It's the song you play to save the wedding reception.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, I think I told you when my daughter turned 21, things get a little bit more interesting as a parent when you have adult children. You know, we went out on the Pontiki with my daughter and all of our girlfriends. You know, they're all wearing bikinis and all this kind of stuff. And you're just like going, okay, things is definitely different than those elementary school sleepovers and those kind of things. You know, it's like, whoa, what's going on here?
I get it.
So things do kind of change, and obviously I'm keeping my distance and minding my P's and Q's and all that kind of stuff, as, a married guy should do. But,
You can't help yourself. She's got hot friends.
well, yeah,
And which one's the hottest?
that's fine.
What's her name?
No, I don't think so. But Sarah's kind of heard some of the conversation, has an interesting story herself. Now, Sarah, you are single, correct?
Yes, I've been single for, oh my God, like almost 5 years now.
Okay. And your son is my daughter's age at 21, right?
That's right, exactly.
Okay. And he does seem to have at least one friend that comes around that you would say, yeah, okay. I get it. He's my son's age, but he's attractive to you, right, Sarah?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's actually really hot, and he's very, very sweet and super thoughtful. He always brings like something over. He's just a really, really mature for a kid his age. I know it's like probably some people are going to judge me, but yeah, he's just really handsome. And
Have you had any situation where maybe you guys have, I don't know, been in a situation where it didn't seem like this was just one of my son's friends type situations where maybe there could be more?
well, okay, I did, but it was very interesting because he comes over all the time. We know each other for a long time. My son's amazing, obviously. He's amazing, and his friends are really exceptional people.
I'm hearing some backtracking here.
Yeah. He basically, what happened was one evening I went out, didn't expect anything, went out, had a few drinks with my friends, came back, and he was this kid who's a friend of my son's was on the couch, and he was finishing up a beer, watching some thing on TV, or maybe he's playing a video game. I don't remember, but anyway, I sat down next to him, and we were kind of laughing, and kind of one thing led to another, and I actually, well, we ended up.
What did you do?
Sleeping together.
You ended up
So we ended up sleeping together.
You ended up sleeping together.
Wow.
Okay.
There wasn't a lot of sleeping going on, But, yeah.
Okay, you hooked up with
Full
your
gorilla.
son's friend. Okay. He's just like, he probably can't believe it. He's just sitting there, and here comes this.
I'm just sitting here having a beer, playing some video games, and my friend's mom's all over me.
Okay, what do you know? Okay, so did your son find out? Is there a round 2, or where are you with this, Sarah?
We do not want that to happen.
Okay.
I just really don't think it's a good idea. I talked to my 2 best friends about this,
Okay.
and one of them, they're actually really funny because they're both really, really close. We talk about everything, and the one friend is like, "That's awesome, go for it," and she's like, "Finally, you got some attention coming your way. You've been like, nothing's happening for a long time." I'm like, "Yeah, cool." And the other friend is like, "It's really disrespectful to your son that you did this," and she super thinks it's gross and really creepy. Which
Yeah.
is difficult. One of your friends saying that, but I have to respect them both. Frankly, I really like hanging out with the guy, and I definitely would do it again.
I'm just trying to think about when. Okay, let's say I'm 20 years old. I bring my buddy over, and my mom ends up hooking up with my friend. I am going to be so pissed
Yeah,
off.
would you have been weird? Because you and Panda were in high school together. Would it have been weird if Panda would have hooked up with your mom?
Okay, and without my
Yeah.
dad involved. Let's say my
Yeah,
mom was
right.
single.
Your
and
mom was single.
Yeah, it's a single
Panda
parents.
just came over and he couldn't resist it. He's like, "I'm Italian, she's Italian. Let's do this."
I would be so pissed off. I would be so mad at Panda. I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Whether
And
I'm
then you
right
have
or-
to call Panda Daddy.
The whole time Panda would
Yeah.
come over, even if he's there to visit me. I'm thinking, you are trying to just come over here to bang my mom. Ugh, I didn't even like saying it. It didn't feel right.
Well, that is the biggest problem is that you've got kids that are involved with this. And I can't imagine. I mean, Sarah, unless your 21-year-old son comes to you and is like, "Mom, hey, would you give him a chance? He really likes you. I think you guys would be great together." And I don't imagine that happening.
No.
But, unless he came to you that way, I don't know what 21-year-old would be like going, "Please, Mom, bang my friend again."
No.
That you got to consider that, and it is going to make everything awkward. And you're looking at a lifetime relationship with your son. You're realistically not looking at anything long term with his friend. So,
Think with your brain, not your business.
Right.
And this is ridiculous. You can't do this. You're a grown woman. No.
oh, if I were single and the Mexican Queen wanted the picture, if like this happened with one of my daughters, she would lose her mind.
Okay, let's reverse
Terrible.
the genders. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're single, and then you end up hooking up with Caitlin's friend, who's 21. She's completely into it. Caitlin, your dad is so hot. I love feeling his new hair. I mean, that's what's going on. And everyone's all cool with it. Caitlin's gonna hate your ass.
She would. Yes, no, it would
His
not.
new hair feels so
It would not go
great.
well.
Oh,
It
it's
would-
so
yeah.
sexy, Virginia. It's
So soft.
So soft.
Yeah.
I love to caress
We wouldn't
it.
go on having a normal father-daughter relationship and just be like going, "Okay, so we all going to go hang out together?
Hey, we're gonna go get some drinks.
You take your boyfriend, I'll take your girlfriend."
We're all going to go to Sunfest together.
Your dad can get us tickets, right? No, he can't. He doesn't have that much pull.
They give your dad one ticket
Yeah.
for the whole thing.
I can't imagine it happening. I'm just kind of curious because I have heard, we've had listeners have let us know before that, they've had friends that hooked up with their parent, and it never was like, "Oh, I'm so happy it happened." I'm curious. Does anybody out there say that? Has anybody had it happen? Because I would think that 99 out of 100 times, the kid would always be like, "I don't want this to happen. This is weird. This is not natural.
And if
Don't
the,
do it."
If the kid's all pumped, what's going on with your kid?
Right, that's
what
weird.
Weird things going on
That's
with
the
y'all.
really weird thing. I'm just so happy for you guys. Yeah, Sarah, I don't know how you're mentally trying to justify this. I know you got one of your girlfriends in your ear saying, "It's not a big deal. You hooked up with your son's friend. He's 21. And he just came home. You had a couple cocktails. He was there. Maybe he even instigated. Doesn't matter. Still makes it gross. You just be like, "Oh, no, wait, no, Sorry. That ain't happening, bud.
Denny said all he's getting is the comment, "What? Reverse the genders. What if it's the other way around?"
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said, if this is a guy doing this with a girl, terrible. I mean, you're right. You would be like, okay, it feels criminal at that point.
Right.
Well, you're 21, so it's not criminal. So let's get that,
It's not. I'm saying it feels. Something about it feels criminal. It feels criminal actually both ways to me. And probably just because I'm in this exact situation that Sarah's in where I have someone the same age. And if I had done what Sarah had done, I would feel like, oh my gosh, what the heck? I would be like, okay.
I'm the devil.
Yes.
You would feel so guilty.
No, I would not. And if I were even close to a position, I got we hang out with my daughter now, and that's still kind of weird, but we're all there together, and I'm out, and we're partying, our friends are there, and this and that. But if we ever were in a place where it's like, okay, something weird, I would remove myself from the situation. I would not even be, and I'd be like, no.
Look, I mean, that's your mom. I mean, I knew a guy who had a really good-looking mom, and everybody knew it, and you can't. People would say jokes, and he'd get really defensive and mad because that is his mother.
Drinking's still not a defense for it because, look, I am a chronic alcoholic, and I've been in so many situations where I've had a very strong buzz, but there are things that cut through, no matter how plowed you are, where you're just like, okay, like something inside of you takes over the drunkenness and all the alcohol you've plied yourself with and says, this is completely wrong. You're not doing this. So that's not an excuse. Say, well, we were both hammered.
Making a prediction right now. The woman we talked to today on the phone, she's going to do it again. She's going to go back.
I don't know. I'm hoping she hears it because, she's getting blasted pretty hard with people that are sending in comments. Somebody said, look, Sarah's got some serious, needy issues. I'm sorry. This situation thinking that your son's friend is totally out of bounds. She needs to dump that friend, too, that gave her the terrible advice. Because, and that is a good thing, too. If you have a friend that is one of your confidants and they are giving you clearly awful advice, don't ever get advice from them again.
No.
You can't trust what they say.
You got to stop listening to them because they're leading you down the path of pain.
And most people are mad because it's the mom, right? That's why this is so wrong. Or is it a combination of the age difference as well?
I don't even want to. To me, it's not the age difference.
Okay.
It's the fact that I'm focusing. And I only am placing myself in this situation. Like I come to my house. One of my daughter's friends were there. I've had a lot to drink, and they were drinking too. And I sit down. Next thing you know,
oh hey, Mr. Ralston.
Well, first of all, if you say that, even if they said Kevin,
oh my gosh, they're right. His hair does feel real.
It is real. That's right.
We can tell you're in the gym a lot, Mr. Ralston.
Still hasn't worked out his legs though for some reason.
You've been skipping leg day for 12 years.
We love your upper body, Mr. Ralston, but that lower half, yikes.
See, that ain't gonna do it. We got April on here. Now, April, is this correct? You are a porn star.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have a name we can...
Jaber wants to go
He
look
wants
up
to
your
Google.
material here.
I want to just see if this is real.
Sweetness April. Look me up. Google me. Sweetness April.
Sweetness April.
Okay, Jaybird's on it.
He's never worked so fast on research.
He always likes to put a face or whatever it might be with our callers.
Sweetness April. Okay, I'm doing the research.
One of the first times you put a breast with our caller.
You're right. This is a big moment for us.
This is a big moment.
Yeah. So what is your thought on what you're hearing here, Sarah, that we're talking about here? She just made it with her son's 21-year-old friend. Any thoughts on this, April?
Yeah, I understand everybody's points, but I get most of my customers are younger guys because of that MILF angle. Mm-hmm. Young guys love mature women. They love mature women. For me, it's job security. So, I get that it's her son, but I get why he went and did it.
So, do you mind telling? So, are you into more of the mature stuff? Is that what you're telling me?
No, young guys love mature women. For me, I get a whole bunch of people that really like me, but a lot of them are young.
I guess what I'm asking is, are you older? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm 58 years old.
58.
Pretty, very pretty 58, but. These younger guys always ask me, are you okay? I'm only 26. And I used to say, well, I really dig 50-year-old men, but after a while I realized these guys are giving me money. I got to say what they want.
Yeah, right. I hear you.
Wow.
You know, I will tell you, I mean, because when I was, I think, 21, I dated a woman that was almost 40. And yeah, I was like going, okay, this older woman thing was kind of a novelty to it. And that's why I think when you're talking about the age thing, because you asked that question, to me, it's not the age thing. It's this is my son's friend thing.
That's why only reason why I asked that is because I heard Denny's talking about people saying that they were complaining about just the age thing. But I'm with you. It's all about, it's because it's your kid.
Yeah, I think that's really kind of what it is. It does it for me.
I'm having a tough time finding Sweetness April.
I found April Sweetness.
April's, is that her? Everything?
Is that you?
Well, I'll put her on hold and we'll let you guys figure out exactly what her handles are.
I'm on Pornhub.
I hate for you guys to miss all this.
Well, the only thing that came up with Sweetness April's was a bunch of Easter eggs. And not the kind I'm looking for.
Not quite it, huh?
No.
Not quite it. Kind of interesting seeing some of the comments still coming in from conversation we had a little bit ago with Sarah. She's a mom who just hooked up with her 21-year-old son's friend, came home a little bit tipsy, and apparently her son was not around, but the 21-year-old was. He's having a beer, playing some video games or whatever, and hey now. So she just wanted to know if she needs to keep it going or not. And she said, friend of mine saying, yeah, go for it. I mean, it's not illegal.
This friend is high.
Some people are saying that. Somebody texted in, said, I'm 48, single for 3 years, and my 22-year-old daughter said, I can't date anyone in her party age range. Said, I follow Beckett's rule now. I don't know what Beckett's rule is.
Ryan Beckett.
Oh, it's his rule?
I forget. He's got all these crazy dating rules.
Okay. Yeah, even with the green light, somebody said, yeah, well, you know, my daughter actually said, go ahead. If you ever want to date my friends, go ahead, go for it. That still would be weird.
Oh, yeah. Daughter says it's okay.
It's bizarre. You gotta know.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Well, and here's what happens, because it does happen, and it happened to a couple of our listeners. Amy hit us up on Facebook, said, literally happened to me. I was living with my dad. I came home from work one day to walk in, my best friend and him together, and I still to this day don't talk to either of them.
Together?
Yes, together.
You walk in on that.
Yeah, walk in on them. Yep. Somebody else said, I had a family friend who ended up sleeping with his daughter's 21-year-old friend and coworker while he was still married.
Oh, no.
He left his wife and now has 2 kids with the 21-year-old. He's 50, and his now 22-year-old daughter wants nothing to do with him.
Oh, my gosh.
That's crazy.
So it's happening.
And it destroys families.
Yes, because that's just it.
But
unless it comes with an endorsement from your kid to be like, yeah, no, go ahead, mom, get after it.
But April, who does mature porn, said, look.
Sweetness April.
But that's an age thing. That's a different,
Just kidding.
And by the way, people are finding her on Pornhub, so.
They are. I can't find her.
I looked on Pornhub.
Well, somebody said yes. She's there, and somebody found
Bird,
her video. So.
do a deep dive. Get in there.
Do you want to go deep?
A lot of guys are.
Okay, I'm going deep.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah.
So many people on meth. Ow!
Oh, yeah. We were talking about the Easter Bunny that was whooping ass in Orlando the other night.
Yeah.
It was a great video.
Oh, it was.
He jumped in a fight because the guy was hitting his girl, and he ended up hitting the guy. It was an awesome fight.
Well, it turns out the guy involved in that fight while wearing the Easter Bunny costume is actually a fugitive with a long criminal history who's wanted in New Jersey for car theft. He is 20-year-old Antoine McDonald, and he was also a, quote, person of interest in a carjacking and 2 armed robberies in Florida earlier this year.
But he was doing the right thing. I mean, yes, he may have had a sketchy past, but any bunny that jumps in between a man hitting his wife and starts vigilante style giving it to the man, I think is a good person.
Yeah, when he started getting some love, too. A lot of people felt that way, and he started talking to the media. The video goes viral. He even started his own Instagram account called Bad Bunny of 19, And that's how the cops are like going, wait, who is this guy? Wait.
We know him.
Wait a minute. We need to talk to him.
Damn, Ben, buddy, you should have kept the mask on.
This is a crazy, hard to follow story, but I'm going to give you just basically the headline that sums it all up. Undercover cops posing as drug buyers in Detroit were arrested by undercover cops posing as drug dealers. What?
You guys need to talk to each other.
That's what everyone's saying, but they're from different agencies, and they didn't realize the undercover drug buyers were trying to buy from undercover drug dealers, and they start talking smack in this house, and a fight breaks out between the two groups of undercover confused cops. And there were even some minor injuries that ensued as a result. And the best part, all of them were wearing body cameras.
Oh, my
So the
gosh.
whole thing was caught on camera.
That's got to leak out, right?
Oh, I hope so. So you're going to see cops fighting cops, some posing as drug buyers, some posing as drug dealers, not knowing that they're fighting other cops.
That sounds like a sitcom.
I mean, did nobody talk to each other?
It's just amazing, isn't
You know
it?
how it is. They don't want to talk to the other
Well,
precinct.
now they're talking in Detroit. We need to probably have a better system where certain precincts talk to other precincts.
That's amazing.
Pretty great,
I
isn't it?
need that body cam footage.
Hopefully that does come out and we can get that for you. A 64-year-old guy who broke out of jail in Austria more than 10 years ago has been living in paradise on the Canary Islands.
Wow.
Just chilling on the beach every single day, looking at the beautiful surf and the sand and the sun, the palm trees.
What brought him down?
He just said, kind of getting bored. I've been doing it long enough. So he just turned himself into prison.
Really?
Yeah. He said the islands weren't as nice as they used to be, and he lived there long enough. So he just walked right back up to prison. They said, oh, okay, come on in.
We've been looking for you, but not
Yeah.
that hard.
That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
You would think you'd be like going every day, you'd be like going, oh my gosh, I could be in a cell right now. But he got to the point, he's like going, oh my gosh, I wish I were in a cell right now. Bizarre,
Weird.
right?
That institutionalized.
Yeah. He's out for 10 years, though. It's crazy.
He loved it.
There's a guy in New York that managed to steal cash from a Walmart this month. And the way he did it was his friend decided to distract the cashier by dancing like an idiot. But as he's dancing, and the cashier's like, whoa, this is mesmerizing. Surveillance footage was capturing the whole thing. So that's another video I want to see.
If it hadn't been for the cameras, though, they might have got away
No,
with it.
they would have totally got away with
The
it. But they didn't
dancing
think
must have been fantastic.
Oh, the cameras, yeah, because the cashiers just go,
I love dancing.
this is terrible, but I like it. There's a man in Maine that got charged with drunken driving after he backed his truck into another vehicle and inadvertently turned into a tow truck.
Oh, no.
He backed into the car, didn't realize it. The car got hooked to his bumper, and he's driving down the road, about to pull onto the interstate, when the cops are like going, why does that tow truck not have any lights on? They then realize the pickup truck is not a tow truck, and it's not a paid-for pickup or delivery. It's just a drunk dude. Thankfully, nobody was in the other car. But yeah, he was about to drive on the highway. And I mean, how well was this car hooked onto his car? Imagine he's driving drunk, swerving, and then this thing just comes right off the back of his truck.
So dangerous.
So dangerous. What do you mean there's a car in the back of my car? There's a guy in California that lost his right leg in a skydiving accident 2 years ago.
Aw.
But he wasn't going to let that stop him from skydiving. So over the weekend, he jumped out of a plane. And guess what? His prosthetic leg flew off.
It did? Man, that's a tough go at it.
And here's the crazy thing. It landed in a lumber yard.
Really?
Right.
His wooden leg landed in a lumber yard? It just
Yeah.
went home.
Does he go back for round 3? That's the question.
He went home with a 2x4 on his, no, he actually went in, and then they're like going, yeah, we were like, well, that's kind of odd that somebody would carve a plank into a leg. And they realized, okay, I don't think this is actually wood at all.
Huh.
And he got it back and was reunited with his leg. But
Good for him.
apparently next time, whatever glue he's using or whatever you do is an adhesive. You got to get something stronger.
And skydiving may not be for you. If things keep going wrong every time you do something that's that dangerous, you may want to stop.
Well, could you skydive without your leg?
You should.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when's he going to lose an arm? Eventually, this guy's just going to be a torso. You just throw him right out.
I say you get back up on that plane and you
Yeah.
jump. You go
That's
for
his
it.
life. It's what he does. And he's still got 3 more limbs to lose, Virginia. Look on the bright side. For you, the body's half empty. For me, it's 3/4 full. There's a 69-year-old woman from Arkansas that's on trial now for killing her husband last year.
What did he do?
He was watching porn.
Oh.
And apparently was turned on by the fact she was 69.
Really?
Yeah.
That kind of it's just full circle.
It is.
I'm looking up mature porn right now.
I know, right?
That is weird. Virginia really wants me to keep looking. The company's blocked me from any kind of
So she's saying yes and the company's saying no. Who are you going to listen to?
Virginia.
Okay,
Take
good
my
choice.
phone here.
Blood
Yeah.
in, blood out. No, you can't get on your phone either. It's blocked.
Get off the internet.
Oh.
You can't block us from porn.
Yep,
You
you're
can't
right.
block this.
The good news is Jaybird is going to find that just as soon as the guys that are here today from corporate walk in.
You've lost me for the
Didn't we
rest.
just block you from that?
You've lost me for the
Well,
rest
you're
of the show.
persistent, yeah. There's a guy in Pittsburgh that hid in the home of his ex-girlfriend for 3 weeks. Listen to this psycho. He was like hiding in the attic, and she became suspicious because she found a blanket on the floor of her basement. And then noticed that her toilet seat was left up. She's like, okay, that's not something I would do.
Right?
So she walks into her bedroom and she hears her cat move and looks over and is like, that's not my cat, that's my ex-boyfriend. Ah!
He was living
He
in
was
her
standing,
attic?
he was living in her attic and in her basement, using her toilet. She walks into her bedroom, thinks it's her cat, turns around, looks in the corner. He's just standing there.
Oh my god.
Do you think you would ever notice? Do you think someone could live in your place for 3 weeks and you wouldn't notice?
They would have to be really stealth. I mean, yeah, you could do it probably when I wasn't home, but I do notice everything. I mean, you'd have to be really good.
Maybe someone's already done it, Sinicki.
You're not that good. You'd take a wrong step and fall through the insulation,
Yeah.
mess up the ceiling.
Okay,
Yeah.
you don't think I could do it? Interesting.
It's so hot. Please don't try. You will die. In a South Florida ceiling,
Well, when we know when Jaybird doesn't show up for work one day this week where he is.
that is not a good joke.
You'll find me, and I'll prove it to you, but I'll be dead. I show you.
And finally here today, a man in Kansas City with a body count tattoo on his face was arrested for anyone?
Show me murder?
Yeah, Virginia, you're our winner today.
Well, he told you on his face he's got a body count.
Yes, and he has 5 tally marks under it.
So there's 4 that we haven't figured out yet?
They're working on the first one they have proof on. They've got obviously a couple more to try to investigate.
Come on, dude. Really?
Isn't that something you can put on your butt?
Yeah, you're right.
You should. Be discreet.
Of course, then it might mean something else. I don't know.
Everyone's got a yeah, you're right.
What bodies are you talking about?
Do you want to watch the KVJ show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ show.
Apparently, Jaybird is not the only person that is trying to find our mature porn star that we talked to earlier, Sweet Miss April. People were trying to look up and trying to find her Twitter. Somebody said they found it, but they gave me the address, and it is not working for me. Did you find it, Jaybird?
No, the company blocks us from all that stuff. You can't get into it.
Oh, okay. Show me it's not even found. Just even find the Twitter account. So I don't know if it's legit or not.
It is. So what it is she spelled it's Sweetness, Niss, not
Okay.
Ness. And you
Okay.
should find it.
All right.
Thanks, Denny.
Sweetness.
I mean, we got to talk to April again because that's going to really affect her views. You got to write out sweetness correctly.
Right?
Somebody watching KVJ TV said it's kind of creepy to watch Jaybird say that he's looking up porn right now with a box of tissues right in front of him.
Get this out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
That is creepy.
Well, you guys are about ready to get a show on KVJ TV.
I'm
You may
literally-
not want it, but you're about to get one.
Well, all these people are texting me like, well, can't find it. Where is it? Why aren't you guys talking about it anymore? I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing the research.
I'm working as hard as I can, dang it.
Yeah, I'm working overtime. The company should pay me overtime. Right?
Get off the company internet and go to Pornhub. Apparently,
Mama
that's where
is
it
on
is. I'm on it.
And you've okay, all right. We'll let Virginia get flagged.
Yeah. She's working hard, too. Everybody around here is just working so hard
Well,
today.
after you talk to somebody and they tell you on the radio they're a porn star,
And they're so open about it.
they're so open about it, the intrigue will get the best of you.
And then your phone's blowing up.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I got something from Panda. Does he have an update?
He works hard at this stuff too.
He is very good. There's your guy. He's
Yeah.
like the Columbo for porn.
Yeah. Works very hard at this stuff. Well, tell me if this bothers you or not. Some people are kind of flipping out about it, but this is the reality of what it's going to be. When you do your shopping, there are cameras that are always watching you, as we found out even in the whacked out news by the guy who tried to steal stuff by doing the goofy dancing and his buddy. They got busted. They distracted the cashier well, but then the cameras got him.
Don't.
That's not the only reason why they're putting up these cameras, though. They're now putting up these small cameras in a lot of stores that can guess your age and sex just by getting a physical image of you. What that does then is they then start going through the info of advertisements they can roll out for somebody about your age and gender that they think would appeal to you more. Because my interests is probably going to be different than the interests of a 74-year-old woman. So they're going to be like, okay, what would a 45-year-old dude want to buy?
Beer.
And all of a sudden I'm like going, oh my gosh, they got great deals on craft beer here. Where is that? Yep. You're right, exactly. That's what it is. That's what's going on. Now, does that bother you or not? Because some people are just like, I don't, is there anywhere I can go where people aren't watching me and judging me?
I have heard when you walk through the stores now, there is like, they know where you are from your GPS on your phone, and they can send you coupons right then
They
and
do.
there
Yeah.
on your phone. Just
Absolutely.
Because they have a sensor telling them where in the store you are.
Yeah.
Oh, you're being watched constantly.
They work to it, so you're constantly being fed, you know. And some people might say, hey, this is great. When I'm going through the store, you're feeding me coupons to save me money on stuff that I want to get, so I don't have to spend a ton of time. When I'm walking down aisle 2, all these coupons are popping up for items on aisle 2 that you know from my buying history that I would want. I'm like, cool, thanks. I'll get it today. I could save some money. So some people see the positive, but a lot of people right now, it's a very sensitive subject. How much information we now are realizing that all these companies like Facebook and Google have on us and how they're using it to market at us. Some people find it a benefit. Other people find it to be troubling.
Is it easier to hack when you have all your information? I mean, isn't that why people freak out too? You have all of your information, your social security on stuff.
Well, that's just it, because people that have devious minds are going to then use that same information that Facebook and Google use to target you, to try to scam you, to try to find ways or times where you're not at home, or ways to empty your bank account you're not going to realize, or do all these things that are going to be shady, and you could be losing money, things, resources, and be completely unaware of it until you go in one day and you're looking through your financial portfolio, which a lot of us probably don't do on a daily basis, and they're going, yeah, I don't know why. You told me to sell all your stuff or put it in this account. Wait, what account? How'd you get that information? Right. So I think that's kind of where the security stuff becomes very alarming for a lot of
Just
people.
throw away your computers and get off the grid.
Some people are.
Good luck. If you have a job, you can't.
Some people, Kevin's right though, some people are fighting back and they are going off the grid.
Yeah. And I heard this too, that apparently Amazon is doing a service now where if you would rather have your packages left in your garage or someplace else other than your front porch because of the porch pirates and how big it is, just leave them a key or give them a key, and Amazon will have a key to your house, and they'll be able to get in and leave your packages for you in a more secure place where only you and Amazon can get to.
They're going to go in there and eat my pizza. They're going
Yeah,
to
just what I want. A delivery guy having free reign of my house when I'm not there.
they're going to take off their pants, rub their butt on my couch. I know what they're going to do, Kev.
Okay, you love delivery. Let's say that you really fell in love and you had a good groove going on with the delivery service. You knew the people there. It was a first name basis type thing.
He already does.
Okay, so let's
She's
take it
right.
to this level
This
then.
is just reality.
You pretty much have the same delivery guy, and they have a service where they say, hey, if you give us your house key, you could order on your way home, and by the time you get home, that piping hot pizza pie is going to be sitting on your counter waiting for you. There's no wait, there's no anything. So you know, in fact, you could even tell us every day at 4 p.m., a Camille's Pizza is going to be waiting for you on your counter.
You can take off your pants and rub your butt all over my couch. I'm in. I love it. You got me. I love it.
That's what it could get
But
to.
there's a trust level there. I got to
There
know
is.
the person.
So the question is, who would you give your house key to? Now, for me, right now, I think a lot of people do this. Either you hand out house keys to maybe the next door neighbor that you trust or family members, or if they don't have the house key, they know where you hide your keys.
Right.
A lot of people will do that. So they may have that information. So who, other than Amazon, would you give, and Camille's, would you give that right to?
I give it to you, Kevin. I don't give it to Virginia.
Boo.
Well, you are gonna.
I'm gonna sneak in like the Jupiter Police and put cameras in there one night. You should be afraid.
Yeah, I don't. I want nothing to do with the witch. The witch scares me.
So food delivery, you kind of get.
If I trust the food delivery, they get a key. You get a key.
Yeah.
Denny's gets a key.
Yeah.
Suits gets a key. The witch.
Everybody but Virginia.
I don't need a key. I can break in.
Although Pranky Kev, I gotta watch out for you too.
Yeah, every now and then. I think, you know what? Because Denny's, I believe, already has access to your place. And
He
I
does.
think Denny's would be probably all of our go-to if we just need something. We all trust Denny's. We trust that he wouldn't be all pranky on us, and we wouldn't be like, I regret giving Denny's a key.
And Denny's can get the illegal stuff out when need be. Denny's, all right, the fuss is over.
How much stuff you got?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I think I would do the food delivery too. I think for that, because I do a lot of food delivery. I have a food delivery service. I'd be like, yeah, okay, go ahead. I have a key to my place, put it in my fridge. It's all good.
Okay, but what if they can only deliver it at 2 a.m. every morning?
That's usually when they deliver it.
Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm not giving a key to nobody. Sorry. If I'm not there, you're not there.
Okay.
Supposedly, my neighbor's got 13 of my keys.
Yeah, because the people that own your unit gave your neighbor your keys. I would be requesting those back or changing the locks.
I gotta tell you, it's come in handy when I've lost my keys, though. I just knock on the door and they always have one for me.
Yeah.
It's kind I thought it was gonna be weird, but it's been helpful.
Other than neighbors, close coworkers, and family, and maybe the food delivery guy. People are giving the keys to Amazon, food delivery. Is there any other person you would trust with a house key to be like going, you know what? Okay, that's a good idea. So how cool is that to come home and dinner sitting on your table ready to go?
I mean, think about someone.
It's kind of a cool concept, right?
If someone comes over and does your house and cleans your house, they've got full access.
They don't have a
Housekeepers?
key.
They don't have a key?
Nope.
You don't give.
Nope.
You wouldn't give that person a key. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I don't give anybody a key anymore.
Okay. All right.
I've been screwed.
You've been watching Dateline a lot. No, Dateline will ruin humanity for people.
And maybe you trust the person you give the key to. But here's the problem.
Yeah.
They have friends. They have family. One of those shady people, say their cousin Mike, the convict, who just got out of jail
Right.
a couple weeks ago.
What's he in for?
They bragged to Mike that they cleaned my house. And then they're like, well, here's her key. And then Mike's like, oh, let me make a copy. And they don't even know that Mike made a copy.
What did cousin Mike do?
He did armed robbery.
Wow, with gun?
With gun.
Gun?
Dang.
He's been locked up for a good 7 years. So when he comes out, he's desperate.
I like this backstory on Mike the cousin.
Somebody said pet sitter. My pet sitter's got my key. That makes sense.
Yeah, because you trust
course
your
you
pet.
have to.
Well, if you trust someone with your dog or your cat, then you trust them with everything.
But you never know who their family and friends are. You
Well-
never know who they're going to be
But
around.
that's anything in life.
well,
Yeah.
that's why I don't give out keys.
Like Magnolia, you don't know Magnolia's friends.
Magnolia don't have a key.
Well, if you change services or anything like that, you could change the locks on your doors.
Yeah,
You could change passcodes.
I
You could
have
change those
changed
kind
the
of
locks
things.
on my doors. Since
Okay.
we've lived there, I've changed them twice.
You do have to stop watching Dateline.
But maybe this is what our houses become. Is you've got a certain list of people that you trust to have access to your home, and then if anything ever switches out on that, we'll have a better way. So you don't have to go all the way to like a Home Depot or a Lowe's to go get new doorknobs that will have electronic locks so you can easily switch out access and be like, okay, here's a new passcode to get into my place. Now do you feel better? We could be looking at the future here, Virginia.
I do like that a little better.
Okay.
I mean, if you're
I
good.
do like the thumbprint, that whole thing. That's kind of cool.
You get all scared, then at the end of the day, if I'm going to get murdered, I'm going to get murdered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, murder's a different level. I was just thinking about robbing, but murder is just a different level.
Yeah, well, Jaybird always
You think
takes it.
Cousin Mike's going to come murder?
You know, Jaybird loves murder.
Well, I too have to stop watching Dateline.
Somebody did say you can write "do not copy" engraved on your key, and then nobody can copy it. apparently.
Whatever. You
Yeah,
know
you
how many
can't do it.
keys that I have that say do not copy that I've copied?
Oh, yeah. That's going to stop people.
Okay.
Come on.
That is laughable.
That
I've
is.
copied every key that says do
Oh,
not copy.
Wait a minute. I'm going to murder them, but it says do not copy. I'm not going to copy it.
Somebody else said my mailman's got my key, so that's somebody else that I would trust with it.
I don't know about that. Mailman?
Well,
Food delivery guy,
Well,
yeah.
for people that give it to Amazon, I mean, why would you not give it to your mailman? They're
I
pretty
would
much on the same
never.
level, right?
No mailman, no Amazon, nobody.
Okay, Virginia's not buying in. Not buying
One
in.
person has our key, and that's Uncle Jerry, and that's it.
Would you trust me and Kevin with the key?
Maybe. Damn. Kevin, yes.
What?
I was going to say, definitely trust me more. There's no doubt about it.
Whatever. He's the
Yeah.
mastermind. He's
Yeah.
the one. Oh, get out of here.
You give Jaybird your key, you're going to come in.
He's going to lose it.
Well, he's going to, one, lose it. Somebody else you don't want's going to have it. Or you're going to come in and Kool-Aid's going to be spilled all over something. Stains galore, Virginia.
So
He leaves
So-
a trail of cake and Kool-Aid.
I would clean up. Yeah, you made me sound like a damn animal.
Yeah. Somebody said, yeah, these locks already exist. I live in a condo building that has codes for rentals. That's kind of cool. So there you go. This could be the future. You start handing out access to your place because, man, how cool it is to come home to that hot pizza, Jaybird.
You got me on the pizza. You
I
did.
got him on pizza.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
Okay, remember me telling you about the guy that was going to go on that all beer cleanse or whatever it was for Lent?
Yes.
And he was going to do what monks used to do, like back in the 1600s, where they would only have beer. So they would have like 3 beers a day, but big old steins of beer, and that would be their meal replacement, drinking this beer. And they said, look, we're getting all the nutrients we need, and that is how we do our fast. So this Army veteran went on this thing for Lent and originally thought about doing a water fast, but decided, okay, if I do beer instead, it'll keep me sane. I'll be more interested in it because I really like beer. And he said that through the course of this and during the period of Lent, he lost 40 pounds
Wow.
on top of it doing this.
40 pounds from just beer.
Yes, and he said, yeah, he got rid of everything else. He just did
Got rid
beer
of his
during
wife,
Lent.
his kids,
Yeah,
his
everything else,
family,
yeah.
Probably his colon. He probably had
his
the worst,
job.
worst case of beer craps ever. Oh, my God.
He stayed hammered the whole time. It kind of sounds awesome.
Well, I think you probably do what like the monks did, and you would probably have whatever the limit is. Because if you're just like all day long, I had 40 beers today. Like that's
Or
probably not going to work. But
3 full gorillas.
But I mean, if that's all you're putting in your body, that's what's coming out of your butt. You're a faucet butt. It's gonna be terrible.
really,
Yes.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do.
I would do this, and I would bet I would not get diarrhea once.
if you only drink beer for as long as he did,
Yeah.
do you still poo?
Well, I think so because it would break down. It gets nutrients in your body. Yeah, you would flush out all the water, and you would have less.
Kevin, it would be disastrous for majority of people, I think, in the bathroom.
I would try to. I would do this. A week of just beer. That'd be it, and I bet I don't get the runs once.
Do you want to do a little contest? Who gets the runs first?
No, because I don't think I'll get it them all. That's my point. Not a race to runs.
Are you diarrhea hopeful?
He
I
is
don't-
very diarrhea hopeful.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah, I was thinking about I might look at like the specifics of what beer he used or what are the guidelines on that. But I'm fascinated because, like today I'm like going, yeah, I probably should. I'd like to trim up. I could probably take off a good 10, 20 pounds. So it's like, I might have to look into something. I'm like, what am I going to do? And then I read this story. I'm like, maybe this is the planets aligning and this is what I need to do.
God put this story in front of me for a reason.
You tell me what else it might be here, Virginia.
Look, I'll do it. I will throw away my life for a week. Absolutely.
A lot of people say that like fasting is good for you.
Yeah.
That if you fast a little bit every so often, it's good for your body.
Yeah.
We don't have to gorge ourselves all the time.
Right. So this is apparently one way to do it. I know like at my church, they do like a fast during Lent, but it's not as fun as drinking beer.
No.
I mean, that's great.
I mean, if you give me 2 beers on an empty stomach, I am giggling. I'm texting people I shouldn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This could my life would be destroyed
I think the
if I
problem
did
is,
this.
and here would be the thing, is it would just be there's a certain amount that you'd have. It probably wouldn't be enough to get you like, woohoo, loopy, or at least hammered.
Cheap date over here.
And then if you did get hammered, you're breaking basically what you're supposed to be doing because I'm sure it's limited. Like I said, the monks used to just have 3 big steins of beer a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And so that was it. It's not like they were just pounding beer
Some
all
of the
day long.
monks pounded.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me.
These monks don't get real funk, if you know what I mean. I think
Well,
3...
then you will likely crap your pants.
But that's the end goal for him.
That
so
is his goal. I'm not stopping until I get diarrhea.
you win?
I just feel like a majority of people would get the beer craps doing this.
I might try this, and I'll let you know. I will be shocked if I do.
I wonder how many days you could do it.
He did his through the entire Lent season, so I was weeks. In fact, I'm going to check. He recorded the whole experience on a YouTube channel he created. His name is Del Hall, Delhall. And he said after his fast, he, quote, feels like he's in his 20s. His mind is clear. He feels no inflammation in his body and now needs less sleep. Sounds pretty amazing. And he lost 41.5 pounds.
And his butt is very raw.
Didn't say anything about the diarrhea.
Does he talk about his poops?
No, he doesn't. That I know of. I haven't seen the video yet.
Do it, Ralston. I'd like to see it.
I wonder if we could call this guy. I wonder if he's doing interviews.
I might try to get him on because I'd like to find out the secrets to this.
He's the one to talk to before
Yeah.
you try to do any of this.
Well, he said the big part of it is a lot of times you think that you're hungry, you're not. Your body's just telling you that you're thirsty and you're putting in food that you don't need. Just have a glass of water. I've heard that before with dieting, but too often you're like, oh, I don't know. You don't think to do that.
Sometimes it just feels like food is so nurturing, though. It just
Well, why drink a glass of water when you can eat a calzone?
Exactly.
And that's my thought of the day.
That should be on
Yeah.
a T-shirt.
Well, coming up here in a couple minutes, somebody's being #BeCool. They finally found out who won last month's $768.4 million Powerball jackpot. And it's pretty cool what this dude is already doing. I'll tell you about it coming up next. It's a pretty cool little story here. What do you do if you win a Powerball jackpot worth $768.4 million and you're 24 years old? Now, you would think a lot of 24-year-olds with that much money, oh my gosh, they're going to go nutso. But I really like what's going on here with Manuel Franco. He's from Wisconsin and admitted that he never watches the drawings for the lotto, even though he plays. And he said he just finally started searching the numbers after he heard that the ticket was sold in Wisconsin. It's
You
like,
went,
I don't know, maybe there's a chance it was me.
That's what I do too. I listen to see what state the winner was
Yeah.
from, and if they say Florida, everybody's like, oh, scrambling for their ticket.
Yeah, then you go to the next level. That's exactly what this guy did. He said, just to let you know, I've already quit my job. Feels like a dream. Like any moment I'm going to be back in my room laying and it's just going to be a big disappointment. But he said, I'm going with it. Quit the job already. Got obviously enough money to live the rest of my life. And he said he's going to take what is left with his fortune. He plans to go out and, quote, help the world.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
He'll be fleeced by 2025.
Gosh, I hope not. I know he's
And they will
24,
take-
yeah.
They will take every bit of his money if he plans to, quote unquote, help the world.
Well, let's hope he's able to help a few people before he does.
He better start a foundation.
And I thought this was a cool story, too. Instead of promoting its Easter service this year, a church in Kansas took the money that they usually spent on advertising. They used it to buy up $2.2 million worth of medical debt for pennies on the dollar. Then they sent out letters to the 1,600 families and let them know that they never had to pay it back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
I thought that was a nice little #BeCool moment. So always want to encourage people.
Great stories, Kevin.
Right
You
things.
really brought in some A material today.
Hey, you know what? I just want people to have good perspective out there, Virginia, as they live out their days.
That's the kind of guy you are.
That's why we got Jaybird here. He's got some other good perspective for you with your thought for the day.
No pressure, Bird. I mean, Kevin kind of nailed it.
The most important thing in communication is to hear what isn't being said.
That's right.
What did I not just say?
Okay, that's what we got to figure out.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.